This is Mercedes-AMG's love letter to the V8. This M177 4-litre twin-turbocharged V8 has powered more than 16 different performance cars over the years. Everything from the brutish W205 C63 all the way up to the drop-dead gorgeous Aston Martin DB12. A couple of years ago, Mercedes-AMG took the decision to discontinue this V8. This was due to the changing times of emission norms, Mercedes-AMG trying to reduce their carbon footprint, and well, Lewis Hamilton was in their team, who was a vegan and basically be better for the environment. This V8 engine was on the butcher's table, about to be axed. But in 2022, Mercedes-AMG revived their iconic nameplate, the SL, and they had to drop in their most legendary V8 engine, the M177, one last time. This is the love letter from Mercedes-AMG to this engine. But as time went on, we all know what happened. Mercedes-AMG tried the whole hybrid thing with the C63. They dropped in the A45 SS 2-litre turbo engine into it with some hybrid F1 tech or something. Car made insane horsepower, 670 horsepower or so, but nobody really cared. They barely sold any units. And Mercedes' smallest sports sedan weighed nearly 2.1 tons, which is absolutely ridiculous. Of course, AMG heard the outrage and well, Lewis Hamilton left the team, so they had to bring the V8 back. Yup, they are bringing the V8 back, but it probably won't be anything like this M177. The new CLE63 is rumored to have been testing around the Nordschleife with this new V8. This engine will be a flat plane crank V8, so it will be more shrieky and high pitched in contrast to this brute of an engine. So let's talk about this M177 engine a little bit more. 4 litres of displacement, twin turbochargers from Borg-Wagner, and it has the hot V configuration, which means that the turbochargers are kept in the cylinder banks, which means that the cold air has a shorter distance to travel, i.e. reducing turbo lag. And this is a proper old school German V8. Cross plane crank, 469 horsepower, 700 Newton meters of torque, made in a Falterback with love from Robin. And while we've stopped at this amazing location, let's talk about the car itself, the R232 generation of Mercedes SL. This car has now reverted back to the soft top instead of an hard top because Mercedes wanted to keep the weight of the SL down. And now from the factory, you get a 2+2 configuration as standard, whereas previous generation had it as an optional extra. Now this car does look like a big, fat, luxurious roadster, but trust me, it has some very strong sporty credentials. This car is now based on the AMG GT chassis, and we all know how great that car is when it comes to handling. In fact, the AMG GT can go toe-to-toe with the Porsche 911 in some cases. And trust me, this Mercedes SL55 really does know how to hustle its way down a mountain road. 2-ton Roadster is aided with a 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system. So whenever you want, you can switch off the front axle and put it in rear wheel drive only and do some big fat slides. Connected to this all-wheel drive system is a 9-speed dual clutch transmission, which is pretty fast. Not the fastest, but it is quick. And the handling of this car is really commendable, very impressive. It's not the same sharp and precise tool like what probably a Porsche 911 is, but trust me, on a road like this, you're not going to be having any sort of complaints. And the best part of this driving experience has to be this glorious V8 engine. I mean, it's a shame that this engine is going to be no more, because this has to be one of the greats when it comes to German V8s. This car is also aided with 4-wheel steer, so the rear wheels turn to a certain angle at certain speeds, and that makes sure that the car feels light and nimble on its feet, and you can really feel it. This car loves to rotate. It's not difficult to make this car go around a turn, whereas SLs of old aren't well known for their handling, but I think Mercedes-AMG has completely changed that narrative with this new SL. Since this car is now based on the AMG GT chassis, you can definitely feel the sporting credentials, but this V8 engine, this isn't even the top of the line SL63 Roadster that you can get. This is only the SL55, but trust me, that extra 150 or so horsepower is not even needed. This is the perfect balance for this car. It has just the right amount of everything. The right amount of style, the right amount of power, the perfect Roadster in my opinion. And once you're done exploring your favorite mountain roads, park it up at your favorite cafe, sip on a nice cup of coffee and look at the SL55 Roadster and just admire its beauty. In my opinion, it is one of the nicest looking cars around its price point, and it is the classic recipe of what a good Roadster should be. A long bonnet which is the size of a runway, wide haunches and that classic AMG stance. The SL55 Roadster looks absolutely stunning, and I have been pretty critical of Mercedes in the past for giving fake vents and fake air ducts and stuff. This car is not a culprit of that to that extent. Most of the vents and the air ducts that this car has are actually functional, because you need a lot of air to cool down that gigantic 4-liter V8. And honestly speaking, just look at it. It looks absolutely amazing, and the interior is amazing as well. You get the AMG Sports bucket seats which are heated. You also get an air scarf to keep your neck warm during winter. You get a cockpit-esque instrument cluster with all of your favorite Mercedes AMG customization options, and you also get a tilting infotainment screen. Whenever you open up the roof, the screen tilts forward so that it doesn't have any sort of glare. Honestly, the interior of the SL55 is also very, very special, and it's very comfortable as well. Put it back into comfort mode and the suspension loosens up, and it gives you that classic Mercedes-Benz comfort which I don't think any other car at this price point will give you. And in my opinion, it is one of the best looking Mercedes cars out there today, and it's my favorite AMG at the moment. The Mercedes SL is one of those automotive icons. Stuff like the Porsche 911, Golf GTI, Volkswagen Beetle are a couple of others, and the Mercedes SL is right up there. This car is truly special. This V8 engine, the drop top, the amazing handling, this has to be one of my favorite cars to come out of Affolterbach in a very, very long time. It slowly feels like Mercedes is going back into the route that it's well known for. Absolute hooliganism with a V8 engine. And yeah, this car is stunning. Stunning to look at, stunning to drive. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel for more such videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.